What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the GoodeBaker podcast. I'm Nick Baker, and across from me, Shane Good.
Very, very far across from me.
Yeah, very, very far across from me. And we are here to talk to you about some video games. This week marks our 1-year anniversary.
Woo!
We might have gotten, a little jumbled up there, but I think it's around our 1 year anyway.
I'm pretty sure.
And we've had a great year. Some really solid episodes, but we're striving and more hungry than ever to get some better content out for everybody. We've said on multiple occasions that the video will be coming to the YouTube version of the podcast. That is still coming. We're still going to do that. We are just, in the circumstance where it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But as soon as we can get back together under the same roof, I think that's going to be more of a plausible idea.
For sure.
There'll be even more special episodes like the ones we've had in previous times, I guess. The Final Fantasy VII Remake episode we had before will also be having a spoiler cast coming up soon with me and Anthony Knight. You know him very well from some of our other specials, like the Pokemon special. So stay tuned for that. To get all our updates and everything, you know where to find us on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Just search GoodeBaker and you will find us. So
we are the only GoodeBaker, man.
We are the only GoodeBaker. You can't find anybody with a GoodeBaker with an E anywhere.
Nope.
So
the only.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But what have you been playing this week, man?
So
I know time's been short for you, but you found your way in.
I don't want to throw you for a wrench or anything, but I've been playing League of Legends.
Oh man.
Could you what?
What is going on in the League of Legends?
Not much. So I beat. So this season I set out to just kind of like casually be better than I was last season, and I was. I wanted to try and get gold a little quicker than I did last season. Last season I got gold the final week of the season. This season I got it like 7 months in advance or 6 months in advance, whatever it is. So, but yeah, I did it a lot better timing, and then also I just kind of did it a lot better. So I actually have the stats for 2019, that season. I got to gold with a 58% win rate, which was, or not a 58, sorry, a 52% win rate, which is like...
That's pretty good. More than half.
It's not very good. That's a pretty...
I mean, it's good in the world of first-person shooters when you can get it above half games. So that's where I go from.
Yeah, I guess. In League, if you're doing 50%, like if you're 50-50, you're where you're supposed to be. So like, but this season I got it in, and that was in like 90 games, and this season in 61 games, I got a 66% win rate.
That is something right there.
So big difference in win rate there, big climb. Super happy about that. But that's pretty much all I've been doing because I work every day.
Yeah, I feel you there. We've both been pretty busy.
This damn coronavirus.
Damn corona.
What have you been playing?
There were some rainy days though. My 2 days off, I eventually put the fork in Final Fantasy, so I'm done with that. Like I said, the spoiler cast is going to be coming up in the next few weeks. But the new trailer for Assassin's Creed, which we'll talk about in a second, got me all jazzed up to play Assassin's Creed again. So I dove back into Odyssey, and I am having way more fun with it this time around than last time around. I have no idea why. It's just hitting me in different. I think it was just the oversaturation of open world games at the time when that one came out.
Yeah,
I was playing like The Witcher. I was playing Days Gone, stuff like that.
And, Days Gone.
Yeah, Days Gone was, it's still in the backlog somewhere.
But, I didn't know it was still on the log, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably. Yeah, well, Last of Us is close, so maybe not. I might not have time to go back for that one, but Assassin's Creed, man, Odyssey just took the formula of Origins and pushed it forward in such a great way, and it is really fun, and the exploration is like, the world is so big that once you get on the ship, you're like, man, I have no idea where I want to go. Like, you can go to this island, you can stop literally anywhere, and there's something to do on any of the islands.
Yeah.
Um, it's a lot of fun, and just to explore the beautiful map of Greece that they've recreated in that game is just stunning. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that tonight. So
You never know. Maybe we have a friend that plays a lot of Assassin's Creed right now that probably would love to talk about the new Assassin's Creed when it comes out. You never know who
yeah,
will be
for
on.
sure.
You know.
Yeah, you never know. It could be somebody's first ever GoodeBaker appearance. So look forward to that.
It's true. True.
Um, but yeah, while we're talking about Assassin's Creed, let's get into the big topics of the week and talk about Valhalla. Did you see the trailer that came out?
I saw most of the trailer.
So what do you think about Assassin's Creed going to the Norse?
I abstain because I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creed games in a while. I think that like I abstain from the like judgmental side of it. I will
Mm-hmm.
comment on the fact that I think the trailer looks pretty cool. Like it's
Right.
it's such an Assassin's Creed trailer, if you know what I mean. Like they have
They have their formula, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
they just have like this formula
Mm.
of like what they do and like I don't know. You know what I'm saying though.
Yeah, how they present the time in which the game's taking place, like the characters, they have this like ominous character talking over the trailer, and it's usually like the bad guy or like
Mhm.
something crazy is going on. The cuts and everything are going between like chaos and peace, and
Yeah.
the war part of things is really heightened to like things you're probably not going to do in the game, but you're like, oh man, wow, that I hope I could do that in the game. You know what I mean?
I
But
do I kind of feel like we're going a little away from Assassins maybe?
they've been really fast and loose with the whole assassin deal in the last two. I mean, I guess if you really want to get technical with it, the Syndicate wasn't really assassiny either. Um,
True.
but Origins and Odyssey specifically seem very, very light on that all.
Mhm.
And where I'm at in Odyssey, there's really not a ton of the like future lore that Assassin's Creed brings. Excuse me. Uh, Assassin's Creed brings to the table a lot of the time yet. So I'm not sure where I'm at actually in that game because I keep jumping on and off of it so much, but I'm like level 33 or something like that now. So
Mhm.
I don't know where I'm at in the grand scheme of it, but it seems like it's much lighter on that futuristic bit than a lot of the other ones have been. So I kind of like that. I like that it's kind of hidden underneath everything else, but I still appreciate that it's there. Like I
Mhm.
like that the it's some sort of like crazy mystery that could be weaving all of these historical events together, and
Yeah.
that's what I really appreciate about Assassin's Creed and what they're trying to do, like underneath it all, and
Mhm.
obviously going through all these crazy historical events as like significant characters in a overarching story that really introduces you to some of the big historical figures of the time, like in Odyssey you get to meet Socrates and people like that. So it's really a testament to Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed teams, because I think there's like fucking like 15 studios working on this next one. To
Yeah,
the
that's
fact that
nuts.
they're able to, just be creative with it and bring in these assassin-y um, elements to like Vikings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the style of it is so cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting here, I'm watching some of the trailer again, just finishing off the pieces that I missed because I watched it. It was one of those like I was watching something on YouTube and it came up, and then I skipped it halfway through, not paying attention.
Hmm.
But it's a really pretty game, which I
Yeah.
mean it makes sense, but
They're whatever engine that they're running this off of. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't do my homework on that part, but
mhm.
whatever the engine they're running it on is gorgeous. Like the water in Odyssey looks amazing. Just the lighting and everything, shadows look spectacular. So I can only imagine what that's going to look like on next gen and like high PC specs.
Mm-hmm.
because Odyssey looks fabulous on a PC. Like if you've ever seen any of the gameplay of Odyssey on any like high end PC,
Oh yeah, I
they
have.
I think they did a trailer or not a trailer, a gameplay tease when Stadia was coming out, and it was on high end PC settings, and it just blew my fucking mind. I was like, God damn, like, this is the difference right here.
I need one of them. Well, let me tell you what. I can make you a computer. I can make you a
Anyway,
computer.
so moving on to the next topic. EA is still in the E3 game. They're throwing their digital only event, which will still be called EA Play. Apparently, it's going to be
Creative.
on July 11th. Yeah, I know, right? And it will kick off at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time on that date.
Sorry,
Uh,
I'm reading stuff about this. I don't see anything about Skate 4 in there. So does it like
yeah,
anywhere?
it's gonna bother a lot of people that Skate isn't a part of that. Uh, but at the same time, they sell so many copies of FIFA and Madden that I don't think they'll ever go out of business.
Damn it!
And so they're like, man, we could make Skate 4 and be the most beloved company in the world, but you know what? I like being hated.
You know what sounds great? Two new skins for a soccer player.
No, yeah.
That sounds
Giorgio Rafale really needs his fucking extra haircut or whatever. That's not a
precisely.
real player.
I,
I just made that up.
I
Unless
you
that's a
had.
real player, and I'm so sorry.
Part of me
uh,
wants to look that up, but I think we should move on.
Giorgio Rafale, if you're out there, man, I hope you're a fan.
Me too, because I'm a fan.
It sounds like a real name.
It
Like
sounds like,
I
dude, that
just
guy sounds like he would destroy at soccer
no, he would destroy any of us, all of us, and all at once.
all at once.
Yeah, but yeah, so EA is still holding fast to the summer of gaming, which it seems to becoming a thing right
Mm,
now, where IGN's doing this whole summer of gaming thing. Uh, Jeff Keighley, the guy that does the Game Awards, has announced some sort of summer of gaming thing with a bunch of announcements. So I think it's going to be kind of a more packed summer than ever before. Really, we'll talk about another subject that's coming up in the summer too.
mm.
But yeah, I'm really glad that EA, the ghost of EA, is still like roaming the halls of summer. You know what I mean?
I do. I'm happy that companies are still able to do good in situations like this, and especially like this kind of creates like a little bit more of a player base. I feel like for a lot of these games, a lot of people always make those posts like, "Oh, I haven't played games in forever," and then they finally get to sit down and like actually play some video games and have a lot of fun doing it. But I
Yeah,
mean, we still have Steam Summer Sales coming up as well, which is always a massive summer event for PC. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah. I think it's no better time than now, especially to get all this news out
mm,
because everybody's looking at their phones, their screens. You know, everybody's inside. So
yeah, a lot of media
um,
coverage right now for games.
yeah, I mean, we're part of it now. So I feel like there's any little tidbit of something that drips out is just immediately covered by everybody, just because there's not like a deluge of information, but there's a lot of coverage on any information that comes out.
Yeah, for
Is kind
sure,
of my meaning.
for sure.
Like Streets of Rage 4 came out this week, and I feel like I've seen way more coverage on that game than it would have typically gotten
Yeah,
in any other part of the season.
that totally makes sense. Cause like a lot of the big games, if you will, that should have been out right now or that were planned to be out right now, that would have taken the spotlight for a lot of coverage are not there. So people are kind of like delving, if you will, for coverage on different things.
Mm, yeah,
But
but yeah, good for EA. Still sticking in there, holding strong. But
mm,
on to the next topic, we have Sony has finally identified the Last of Us leakers from last week. They reportedly aren't part of Sony or Naughty Dog, so it was some sort of hacker that got some files that they were able to read and then leak.
wow.
Um, yeah, it's really interesting to to know that just man hackers should get everywhere.
I mean, For sure. There's if the information is online, the information is out there for somebody. Not
And
everybody, but
do you
somebody.
think that's like a detriment to the whole stay-at-home thing, where typically these games would be really closed into a studio, but now they have to kind of share assets over the internet, and that's kind of how that gets compromised.
I don't think so, and the only reason why I say I don't think so is because I think that it's so like I won't say it's Ocean's 11 when it comes to like gaining information, but it's very much like even if you're on a closed circuit that doesn't have any outside internet access, there are still people that will figure out ways to get into it by literally going into the hard lines if they have to find the information that they're looking for. I mean, look at a couple years back when Sony Entertainment got hacked and released movies that weren't even out yet. Like
Yeah.
that none of those movies were online. All that stuff was closed circuits. So
Hmm.
there's always ways and there'll always be people that are willing to take that extra step to just be a dick. So,
Yeah, for sure. It is a super dick move to not only hack into Sony to get those files and whatever, but then to leak them to people as like and Last of Us is such a story based game that any kind of like screenshot or anything like that is such a big spoiler.
mm,
Yeah, really can ruin the experience for a lot of people. It's a
I
bummer.
agree. I don't think it'll hurt their sales though. I think even like I mean like I didn't see the leaks at all. I didn't like I purposefully stayed away from the leaks because a lot of them were kind of like titled as leaks. So I guess it only
Right.
hurts the people like Dina who are just
Leak
fucking
hungry.
leak hungry, dude.
Yeah, man. Um, the on brighter news, or neutral news, I guess the
Neutral.
download size is going to be 100 gigabytes. So I guess that's like the new standard. It seems like all these games are coming out and it's 100 gigs. It's like, whew,
I can't wait
wow.
for GTA 4 or GTA 6 to come out and just be like 100 gigs. You're gonna need a terabyte for me, bitch.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna need to have your own console or PC tower to hold me.
Literally.
It's like, damn. But yeah, I wanted to mention before that with the delays of Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, it kind of makes the summer flushed out a bit more
Hmm.
as far as games go. Like I'm going to be playing games all summer, it seems like, and usually there's like a bog down in June, July, where there's nothing really coming out until August when Madden usually comes out, and then I dive headfirst into Madden because I'm a football nerd. But
Well, that might be a good cover for this season because depending on how things work out, we might not have football for a
I know it
delayed season.
could be a digital football season.
A digital. I wonder how that works. If we don't have football this season, do then all the contracts carry over till next season and like all the like you have to actively play the season for like the 1 year contracts, or do they like fill the 1 year contracts and then they move on? Like,
I imagine that they sign the contracts with clauses saying that they will play at some point during the
mhm.
season, um, and that they'll probably just have to restructure if the season is pushed back, or I mean, eventually canceled if it goes to that. I don't think it will, but
Yeah.
uh,
Kind of a
but
weird.
yeah, if it goes all digital NFL, man, I've been training my whole life for this. Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach.
I'm hot on the sticks. I may not be a pro, but I'm at least a second stringer.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
But
Well,
yeah, anyway, we'll move on from leaking and all that garbage news to bring some actual really exciting news, because this is all about next gen. Uh, Microsoft has announced an inside Xbox that will outline their plans for the Xbox Series X game lineup, and the stream will happen on May 7th at 7:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So
woo.
that is get the hype train going, because
That's in a
it
couple
could be
days.
anything. It could be third parties that have partnered with Xbox for the next gen. It could be Microsoft exclusives. And I assume that there will be plenty of Microsoft exclusives, just because they've been hiding that stuff under their hat for a good amount of time.
And don't forget about our predictions, from
Oh
last
yeah,
week. So
yeah. I haven't at all forgotten our predictions
yeah,
from
I know
last week.
all of them right now. I just don't want to tell you because I want to make sure that you remember on your own accord.
Yeah, thanks, because I appreciate that. I don't want it ruined for me.
Right. Nice.
But yeah, man, the Inside Xbox thing is going to be great. I'm glad that they really just straight up came out confirmed like, all right, we're going to do this digital event. We're going to do it. I mean, granted, it's like a month before they would have normally had their E3 press conference, so maybe they're like, oh well, we have all this extra time. Let's just put it into this digital event and push it out when everybody can see it. Um, this makes me think like, oh man, I hope Sony follows suit. Hope Nintendo finally gets some news out there for their remaining year because they don't really have much on the table past Animal Crossing was the last big.
What do you mean? They've got the Switch 2 with a better graphics card.
No, that was me. I said that
No, no, no,
last
no,
week.
no, no.
Do you
That's
not or do you not
confirmed, right?
remember?
No, no, no. That's confirmed. I thought all those things last week were confirmed because we're fucking future tellers.
No, and now you're putting words in my mouth, and I like it.
And
I
I
like
like
it a
it.
lot.
Nice.
Oh man, but yeah, good for Xbox getting out in front of everything. But the bad news, obviously, that
Yeah.
you just informed me about their lawsuit that's been filed against them for their control sticks. Why don't you elaborate?
Yeah, so I guess the basic gist of it is that they're I think it's a class A lawsuit. I think that's the one. But they're basically there's a bunch of people that are trying to sue them for having a bad patent or a faulty joystick controller that one of the pads wears out because it has a plastic like insert and it grinds down, and over the course of like a month or 2 months the controllers the joystick starts to float, and like it forces you to kind of like to keep the joystick facing the other direction, or your character will always kind of turn one specific direction. And I guess it happens pretty frequently and has continued to happen to the point where there's been posts like back in 2014 about it, all the way up to like 2020, current, where people are still buying controllers that have this issue. And Microsoft just kind of refuses to even mention it or say anything about it. So now
Mm-hmm.
it's getting brought to court. The case is being compared very similar to when the Switch had the issue where they had the joysticks wearing out really fast.
Right, and the Joy
Um,
Cons. Yeah.
yeah, it's being compared to that, and then a big thing with that is though that the Switch or Nintendo actually handled that fantastically. The second that lawsuit actually went through, they just basically told everybody, "Oh, we'll just repair them for free.
Right.
Like just send it to us, and we'll repair your console for free."
Yeah, and they
Um,
actually added like a secondary part
mhm.
into the Joy Cons that just kind of held everything into place, which
Right.
was really impressive, I think.
Yeah, and they did it fast too.
Yeah.
Like they just made a fix for it, and that was like really quick versus Microsoft has been. I mean, we're what 6 years in the making for this.
Mm. Yeah, it seems like they could have annihilated this problem at least like 3 or 4 years into the console life cycle, let alone its entire life cycle.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts because I obviously I don't play Xbox One, but like I'm surprised that it wasn't mentioned sooner or people weren't uppity about it sooner. This seems kind of it's why wait to the end of the console is kind of my thought pattern.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just people take their time and they think, oh well, it's not so bad, not so bad, not so bad. But then they see everybody else having the same problem, and those forums fill up, and
Mm.
eventually somebody gets it in their mind to actually complain and make a lawsuit like this, and they see dollar signs, so
Yeah, for sure. But I'm not sure what will end up coming of it, but I guess we'll only time will tell. And hopefully
yeah.
it I mean, I'd like to say that it won't really affect the launch of the next Xbox, but hopefully if they have any controller issues with this next Xbox, hopefully this will encourage them to fix it before it comes out.
Right. Another impressive thing about Nintendo's reaction to it all was that the Joy-Con thing was right at the beginning of the life cycle where they were already having shortages on the actual console itself. So they were taking those Joy-Con back in, fixing them all while building new consoles as well. So,
Mm,
and they implemented that fix into the newer consoles so that they didn't have to, redo their own work and keep getting those Joy-Cons back in. So it made a lot of sense the way that they handled it. So hopefully, like you said, Xbox can take that under advisement and really make their next gen console the best it can be, and also help the people that are still on Xbox One fix their problems.
for sure. Hopefully they can take a page from Nintendo's book, which is funny that I would be saying that about Microsoft because Nintendo doesn't usually like they're so specific and so
Hmm.
like nitty gritty when it comes to like you can use my rights for like this IP, except you can't show this part of the game at this second rate, and you can't have the music on, and you can't like they're so specific about everything. But when it comes to like responses of like taking responsibility, they seem to do a pretty good job.
Yeah,
So
good guy Nintendo over there.
good guy Nintendo. Just loosen up on the fucking streaming rules. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, jeez. I mean, I would just want to play Mario and let people see me playing Mario. Damn it.
Right? Jeez.
But anyway, we're gonna have a lot to talk about next week. That's it for this week. Make sure that you follow us, like us, subscribe to us on all of our things. You know where to find us. Obviously, search Good Baker, GoodeBaker, in the search bar of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anything, Spotify, Apple Music. Just listen to us, man, because we're just screaming from the rooftops here.
Haha.
Uh, but
Lost property or lost.
yeah,
Yes.
uh, was it Lost Profits?
I think it was Lost Profits. What did I say? Lost property. Whoops. Lost
But yeah.
profits. Yeah. Rooftops.
Hmm.
Anyways, all
Until
right.
next time. Peace.
Peace.